Good evening, everybody, and welcome back after the break. Hopefully, you all have a nice, less hectic break this time and ready for the final sprint. So we have tonight the last lecture, lecture 22, interrupt concept. Before I put some words on that topic, some notes. If you have any questions, please let me know at this point.
I had a question just about the something I posted on the Module 7 Q&A.
Yeah, it's regarding that quotient register of the division.
Yeah, so I guess the question's answer specified that it was specifically partial parallel load instead of parallel load.
Yeah, the quotient was, yes. So I answered your discussion, like the register needs at least the parallel load, right? And it is very specifically, yeah, it has to be partial parallel load because that's a 64-bit register. And it has to load the upper 32-bit from the result of the addition subtraction circuit. So it has to be the partial parallel load. And also it needs to have a shift right and left capability so that it can adjust the quotient's bit. It can insert and adjust the quotient bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
For sure. Okay. Anything else from anyone? So I'm trying to, so today is your project submission deadline, right? So I'm trying to keep it like short, this meeting, so that if you are still working on that, polishing of the report, etc., you can go back and do that. So this interrupt concept, this is mainly we are looking at from the hardware perspective. Its main discussion would be on your operating system class, like that topic, that detailed topic, the interrupt routine, interrupt service routine, etc. Those are part of operating system study, especially in the device driver building section. The concept-wise, this interrupt system has been developed for the slow peripheral devices when the main processor requests some I/O operation to the peripheral system like monitor, printer, keyboard, mouse, etc. They are slow device in a sense, and their service time is much more, or completion time is much more than what processor can crunch in during that time. So to make the system efficient, this strategy has been done that, okay, we send the request to the peripheral device and let it work. In parallel, processor also works. And once that peripheral device is done with its work, it basically notify the processor that, hey, I'm done. So do your rest of the processing, whatever you need to do on that specific action, IO action. That concept, that notification concept is the interrupt concept, that you are interrupting execution of the processor and telling it to do something about that interrupt code. So in this lecture, we mainly focus on the MIPS hardware supports for that whatever that registers and all this stuff. A little bit detailed information that they are in the lecture. It is information for you. Like we won't be doing any program or any practical things with you, but it is more like a theoretical discussion for us. One point to note, in the video, I believe on slide 9, the interrupt transfer controller address, I think it was wrongly said, I think I missed 1 0 there. I think it was said presented like a 28 bits, something like 800 0180, but that is wrong. That is 28 bit. I missed one extra zero. If you look at the Appendix A or maybe Appendix B of your textbook, that chapter, it has that interrupt transfer control address for the MIPS as 8 4 zeros, like 80000, and then 180. That is the transfer address. I think on the lecture note that has been fixed, but on the video, just don't get confused. That was a mistake. Your real address is that 800000180. That's the transfer address for the interrupt control address. And one important, last but not the least, important concept is the interrupt versus the exception, right? So you probably has used in one or other way catch and throw mechanism in your high level program. Maybe if you haven't tried it, that's a very interesting concept. And then your exceptions, that call it an exception. Exceptions is basically interrupt generated by the processor itself. So in general, interrupt is kind of external to the processor. They are coming from the external peripheral devices. They are communicating with the processor. But exception is, you can think it's an internally generated interrupt by the processor itself, like divided by zero, or overflow error, arithmetic overflow error, arithmetic underflow error. Those kind of things, they are called exception, and there is a mechanism like trapping that exception, and then you can have your customized code based on that exception code and do some action. Instead of like having your program crashed, you can have a try catch block to basically intercept that exception and do some action. Maybe most of the cases it is gracefully exiting from the application program. That's what is used. Or if that error can be somewhat rolled back and the program put the program on the main track, that's also another possibilities there. Okay, so I have one question from Christopher. YouTube videos will be there. It's I won't be taking them out. That's okay. So you can always refer back to them. Okay. Any other question? On any topic, on the project, etc., etc. Okay, so there is one. Okay, Christopher said good luck to everybody. Okay, then why don't we do this thing? Pop quiz. Go to your canvas, and I'm launching the poll. Whenever you are ready for entering the passcode, please press yes. It is a pop quiz 8. And I'm, by the way, stopping the recording and also YouTube broadcasting, or maybe let it open. Let me see how far it goes. Okay, that's okay. So I have so far 23 of 32, 25, 26, 5 more to go, 27. I'll wait a couple of seconds, maybe another 30 seconds. 29, 30. 30 of 32. I'm waiting for 2 more, maybe a couple of more seconds. 31. Okay, I will share the passcode with you. Just give me a minute. Okay, here it goes.
What was the passcode again?
Did anyone ask me something? I couldn't hear you properly.
Oh yeah, could you resend the passcode? I accidentally closed it.
It's in the poll.
Yeah, I accidentally closed out of the poll.
So you don't see the poll?
No.
Okay. Okay, let me just hold on. Do you see in the chat?
Oh yeah, I see it.
2 more minutes, then we'll be back. Okay, so I think we are done with the quiz. Let me share the result with you, and I will. I'll open up the quiz answer shortly. Just give me a minute. Here it go. So basically, we have average score of 56% with high score of 90%. That's what the quiz score is. So what's from next? Like today is our last theoretical class, and next 2 days we will be doing final exam review. You will probably notice there is this one final exam review topic. So this one is basically you need to put your choice of topics that you want me to maybe re-explain, or you have some doubts. You can do that. Then I'll just go over these questions with you. Yeah, and on the final, it is on December 9, and includes all the lectures. It's a closed book, closed note, but you can use 2 A4 size page cheat sheet. Both sides is allowed. So I'm assuming one of them will be your midterm cheat sheet, that one pager, and you take one more, but it's up to you. Doesn't matter. You can use your own blank scratch paper to solve the problem. You can use calculator, and I have enabled the lockdown browsers, a scientific calculator, so you can use that too. You need to give proper explanation of the answer for the required essay questions. Like just boldface, underline your relevant part of the answer. You have total 135 minutes, single attempt, and I'll be present in this special Zoom session. Please take a note of that, especially you can call in the dial-in numbers, right, and meeting ID, etc., so that you don't need to use the Zoom app and everything. You can use your phone, call it in, connect in, and if you have any question, you can ask me there. On the final exam day, I'll be present. Now your exams start from 5:15, like that's what the university time is. Uh, it will be available from 5:05, 10 minutes early, because like it is just like the midterm and other quizzes. You need to have some time to like prepare for and log into the lockdown browser, that environment check and everything. So you have some time, need some time to set that up before even you can start the quiz. So I'll open it up from 5:05 p.m. It has to be taken through the responders lockdown browser and webcam, just like quiz and midterm. Exam will be automatically submitted at 7:35 p.m. So start early, start from 5:05 p.m. on that day. Get it done soon. Structure wise, this exam has 70 pop quiz and quiz style question. Total, I think this is a mistake. This is 110 points, not 55 points, 110 points. Like 41 pointer, 22 pointer, and 10 3-pointer. And there will be 4 problem solving question. 2 of them are 30 points each, and 1 20 point and 1 10 points. There is a practice exam. You can try it out whenever you feel you are ready. For the exam, you can try this practice final exam to tune up your timing and everything. It's a 1 attempt. Then it will show you correct answer once. Please attempt it after you have prepared yourself and ready for the final exam. Any question? Let me just, while I'm here, change it. This is 90 points. No? Okay, one more thing. It's Solet. So you see, for your class, CS47, we have 18% response rate. And you remember there is an extra point, 10 points given depending on how much your class actually participated. So at this point, with the 18 points, mean it's about 1.8 you get out of 10. So more it goes, you'll get more points. So for example, my other class, they have 40% response rate so far. So they will be given like 4 points for that. So make sure you don't lose as a whole class. Just try to achieve 100%. All of you participate in that, and that is very important. Those feedbacks are very important for us, important for department, important for university. And I individually go through all your comments and try to tune my teaching up for the upcoming semesters. So please do that. Any question from anyone? Okay, is the extra credit is out? Extra credit, is it extra credit or out of 10 points? Yeah, it's out of, I think, 10 points. That's what I have. Let me just double check on the assignment. Yeah, that's about out of 10 points.
Professor, actually, I have a question about the project.
Yeah.
I turned it in, and it said that for example, even the San Jose State University is a plagiarized, and it's mentioned that it's a plagiarized, or many things like introduction requirements, so it's more than 25%. So it includes even my picture. I made it, but with the PowerPoint, and I copy paste in my report, but it said that it's plagiarized. I don't know why.
It's so basically, like if you know that you have written yourself, that is the original work, You don't need to worry about that. There are many other
Yeah,
around the
it's original. I made it by myself, all of them.
yeah. So yeah, I look at those numbers, I analyze them, and it's nothing to worry. If you have done it yourself, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question?
Are you gonna make our pop quiz answers visible?
Yes. So if you see any issue problem there, I think I have just done it. Just send me email. If you see any problem or any concern question, just send me an email.
All right.
Okay, then I will then let tonight go early, and so that you can finish up your project. If you haven't done it yet, please do so. This is due tonight by 11:59 p.m. And then study for your final. Put your question on that specific discussion page that I mentioned, and we'll discuss your points from in next 2 days. All right. Good night, everybody, and see you on Wednesday.